Hi, everybody. Now, I'm going to give a talk on how not to break into media, but I'm also give a talk on how not to give a presentation. So you want to have a PowerPoint that's designed by someone who has Asperger's. You want to be chewing gum and just have a look of smug self-satisfaction the whole time as you think you're hilarious, even if the audience is completely silent. And I guarantee you follow my steps, you will never, ever break into any kind of media in your entire life. The first thing to remember is you're going to want to... I thought this would be faster. The first thing you're going to remember is you're going to want to find a contact. Now, a contact, there we go, is a friend. A friend could be just someone who knows you at a party. And if you know their name, it's like you're famous to them. So people love kowtowing to celebrities, and that's all you need. And make sure you find a contact in an unrelated field. So if you want to be a writer, find a screenwriter, something like that. Now, don't tell them you're working on a project. Foreshadowing is too writery. Just like Debbie Gibson said, you want to email them out of the blue, and you want to send them something they don't want, like Columbia House used to do. You remember that? Columbia House send you CDs? You want your contact to think of you like Columbia House. Now, make sure you call your project with superfluous adjectives like recently completed, so they'll know it's hot off the non-existent presses. And make sure you demand a response, i.e., are you too busy? Please let me know. Because clearly they have a job, but your needs are more important. Now, you want to treat them as your pal while they give you their professional judgment. So it's kind of a disconnect there. So make a joke like, if you're too busy, piss off, haha. Bonus points for emoticons that don't correspond to human faces, like that. Like Sloth and the Goonies. Now, take a look at this legless school marm on the left. She loves guidelines, and you don't want to be like her. So make sure you don't do things like have a title page. Make sure you don't have your name on the project, and just disregard with things like punctuation altogether to make needlessly hilarious sentences like, I don't know what else is open, baby. Yeah. Also, pause needlessly in your presentation. That's how not to give a presentation. And time for more gum. When they ignore you the first couple of times, make sure you escalate the communication. So if it was an email, send them a text. If it was a text, send them a phone call. And if it was a phone call, show up at their house. Okay, you want to make sure that it matters to you and therefore them, obviously. Now, we all remember Sir Mix-a-Lot. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, and when you make demands, you make a man out of something. So assume that they're interested and demand to know why they're not responding to you, such as, what's up with the attempts of ignoring my communications, dude? That really, really goes over with people who are professionals in any field. Gum, pause, unnecessary pause, how not to give a presentation. Now, we remember FDR. The man couldn't run, much less walk, but he wanted to run America. So what you want to... What, too soon? Oh, please, Obama gets the Peace Prize and all of a sudden we're all hippies? Give me a break. What you want to do is dictate to your contact how much time they're going to spend. Oh, it'll just take you an hour. And never offer money or even a soda or a beer, because that would be unprofessional by definition of the word. Now, who here knows Maslow's hierarchy of needs? No one likes to show off people. What you want to do is tell your contact what you need from them, but what they want, such as time to consider it, or they need some space because you're too close, that's not going to go over. Now, at this point, your contact might be like, hey, my friend's shooting himself in the foot, and they're going to talk to a common friend and say, they're making these mistakes. That is a sign of betrayal. So make sure you challenge them as soon as possible, such as, if you have anything to say it to my face, which is a classic, like Moby Dick. So effectively, you've just made yourself the next Herman Melville. More gum. I timed the gum pauses. Now, oh, you know when you Google the word bet, you get the minstrel channel. Isn't that interesting? Well, go give me a break. What you want to do is bet your contact that they've agreed to look over your stuff, and they don't have a right to change their mind because a verbal contract is binding. And when you lose the bet, don't pay. Even though a bet's a way for gentlemen or gentleladies to settle arguments, you're not done with the drama, because if you don't have drama, how are you going to work in media? That wasn't a rhetorical question. Anyone? No? Okay. Now, see these two anti-Semites on the left? When you see your contact in person, you want to invade their space. Put your hand on their shoulder to assert social dominance and tell them things like, You need to be a man and tell me how you're feeling. Doesn't make sense, and it'll offend men and women alike. The last thing to do is go on Facebook and drop them as a contact, because then they'll be driven to do a presentation like this or write an article like this for Mediaite.com. Thank you very much.